When Mario leapt into the world of 3D, coins went from being a high score generator to something that held a little more value. Up until this point, coins in general were basically just a way to score an extra life. But post Super Mario 64, coins were now tied to a star. This made the hunt for coins much more important, in my opinion, than in other games. This carried over to the land of Super Mario Sunshine, where coins were just as sought after. But when Mario took to space, something changed. The coins that were once super important to the world of 3D Mario games now felt dumbed down. Star bits had entered the fray as another form of currency and collectible, and the only reason we really sought out coins at this point was to restore our health. The immediacy of the reward was gone, but that didn't mean everyone threw in the towel. Even though there wasn't a use for coins other than extra lives or the infrequent Hungry Luma, the levels in the game still kept track of your high score. And that still made people want to get the highest scores in each level. However, that's where things get interesting, because in this video, we're going to talk about how one level in the game has 51 coins total, yet, at most, a player will do a perfect round this stage only collecting 2. Today we're talking about the impossible coins in Super Mario Galaxy's Flipswitch Galaxy. Probably some of the most bizarre stages within Super Mario Galaxy were the one-off galaxies that only had a singular mission. You'd boot up the stage, solve the challenge, and then never had a reason to go back. And that's precisely what Flipswitch Galaxy is. Once you secure yourself 7 power stars, Flipswitch Galaxy will appear within the terrace area. This level is a simple stage, where you need to navigate around a 3-sided array of Flipswitch panels. Since there are no enemies on this small-scale planet, coins are kind of scarce. There are only 2 coins in total on opposite sides of this mechanical structure, as a way to give Mario some life back. But that's only because all the other coins are hidden. In fact, we flew by them on our way in. All those blocks we flew past can be interacted with if Mario were to touch them. But that's the problem. We start the game in our flying animation and zip by all these blocks. Yet there's no way to get back out there without cheating. It's at times like this that I wish the Galaxy games had more insane physics exploits similar to Super Mario 64's BLJ. But I suppose even if we have backwards long jump speed, launching out to these blocks would only allow us to collect one at a time. What's interesting about these blocks is that even though they're parallel to the Flipswitch planet below us, they are positioned about 45 degrees outward from this metal planet. This means even if we use a flying hack to get out there, actually landing on a block is pretty frustrating. It is possible to land on them though, but as you can see, our character is actually standing on the side of them. This is because the pull of the black hole below the stage is forcing our character back to the flip switches. But this is also what makes this whole area interesting. Now, I don't know of any ways in which someone could get out here. This isn't in like Super Mario Galaxy 2, where we have the infinite hover exploit with Yoshi. Even if we did, aiming that and navigating to each individual block would be an absolute pain. There's a lot of problems with these blocks in general. For starters, because gravity forces us to approach them at a weird angle, that means they can't be grabbed. So you need to stick a precise landing and also hope you won't slide off. Because of this weird angle though, we can also float indefinitely along the seams of the block with a well-placed short jump. But again, this would make landing on the blocks problematic. Luigi better stay at home for this one, as his slippery shoes are a nightmare. But let's just humor the idea that we somehow did make it out here without enabling a hack of some kind. Technically, in order to grab a coin from this area, we'd have to ground pound through a block. Immediately, you might think this would kill Mario or Luigi, but it actually doesn't. Because of how gravity is currently oriented, we will get sucked back to the exact corner of the Flipswitch planet. It's a pretty lucky angle, honestly, as just a little bit of movement would cause us to perish. But even though we made it here safely, our coin didn't. This is because when a box is broken, the coin doesn't spawn until a few moments after the breaking action. There's a pretty notable delay, and since we're rocketing through a block towards the black hole, the coin never even spawns in our vicinity. You don't even hear the spawning sound because we've moved out of its loading zone. This is because the coin never actually spawned. It's waiting to spawn, but since we aren't there, it became inactive. If we were to move back into the range of the block we destroyed, we then hear the coin spawn and see it fall from where the block was. It's basically frozen in time until we act on it. So that's why this whole ordeal is essentially a nightmare. If there was a way to rocket Mario up there, he'd need to execute 98 perfect attempts in order to secure the coins. But without a way to fight the gravity pull, other than the initial spin, he'd be screwed. And it becomes even worse because not all the blocks are within safe zones. Some blocks actually cause Mario to die if they're broken in the wrong spot, as the falling angle is off. So there's 49 total coins in the sky above that we don't have access to at all. For the fun of it, I brought down some of the blocks to the actual Flipswitch area and messed with their sizes. The standard block is a scale of 1, while the small block is a scale of 0.5, and they get bigger and so on. Regardless of the block's size, it still yields the same size of coin though. Down here, however, we can grab the block's edges because they are the correct orientation. Just thought I'd throw this part in there for the heck of it. So this level has 51 coins, but only 2 are obtainable. Kinda weird to think that all this time, there was that many coins up in the air just out of reach. But out of curiosity, have you discovered any coins like this? This video was a topic I had my eyes on already, but various comments by people like Luigi Fan 1987 actually made me check it out sooner. I'll always do my best to bring about new types of content for all of you, but do know that I love checking out your submissions too. And with that, thanks for tuning in for this coin hunt. We have so many more places to go in the Galaxy games, so be sure to subscribe so you can see them as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching, guys and gals, and until my next video, cheers.